Hello everyone and welcome back to my Thai wife podcast. I'm Mike and I'm still doing it without my lovely wife Sonali.
Hi everyone, good to see you again. Welcome back to my Thai wife podcast.
Good, you remember this?
Yes, I do.
This is Pim, by the way. You know her already. How are you doing, Pim?
I'm doing good. How about you?
I'm okay. I'm always okay. Like right in the middle, you know?
Yeah, today's simple day.
And we got a guest today. His name is Greg. Yeah. Not a guest?
It depends, it's a high esteem regard, I would say.
Okay. A guy I know. That's better?
Yeah, let's stick with that,
Okay. And Greg is from the US, as you heard in his accent, obviously.
All right, is it that obvious?
Where are you from, exactly?
Atlanta, Georgia.
Atlanta, okay. And how long you been in Asia in general?
I started in 2018, went back for about a year and a half over COVID. So overall, 6 years, give or take, the COVID years.
Okay. And, well, you told me already, but how many countries you visited in here, in like Asia, I mean?
Overall, I'm at 34 countries, including Europe, the Americas, Africa, and Asia total. It's mostly China and Southeast Asia, with random Middle Eastern countries thrown in there.
Okay. Which one?
Was in Qatar and Syria.
Okay. Syria?
There was a layover, and I had I was able to get in there. I was able to get in there for about 10 hours. Same thing with Qatar. I was a layover. I was able to get in there for about 20 hours.
Okay. ISIS times?
No, I was there. You hide the nose, it's fine.
Yeah, I get that. And eventually you find yourself in Thailand, right?
Yeah, this is my third longish term stay. I was here for 8 months from 2019 to 2020. After COVID, I was here for over a year. And now I'm back now. This is my second month being back after going home for a couple months over the holidays. Because I haven't been home in about 3 years.
And you normally always stay in Pattaya or you travel around like...
No, most of the time I was actually in Bangkok. This is the first time staying longish term in Pattaya.
Okay.
Because mostly I was teaching in and around Bangkok.
Okay.
Great. So, kind of what's the reason why? What's the reason in your opinion? Yeah, what's the first reason to come to travel in Thailand?
Thailand.
Wait, do you mean what is the reason he left his home?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, like that.
Yeah. Well, the main reason was to get out and travel. I'm a huge traveler, obviously, with seeing 34 countries. The second reason was I love the beach. Third reason was if I work for either a Thai company getting paid as a teacher, or if I work for Western companies, the conversion rate's a lot better than it is in the U.S.
Okay.
And I don't have to share a roommate if I don't want to. And then specifically Thailand, not to mention the beach and the cheapness, but also the trans women as well. The much more open community than a lot of other countries.
But I guess the US is kind of open right now.
Open in that there are a lot of people there, but still kind of there's still a big stigma, I would say, especially in the treating them like a fetish or a sexual kink than anything else. For instance, it was. I did date a trans woman in the U.S. for about 6 months back when I was 26 years old, and I'm now 37. But it's very hard to go on actual dates with trans women in the U.S.
Why? Why is that?
Because a lot of them just think we want them to have sex.
Oh, not because of that. If other people will see you with them, they will say something or...
They think men just want them for sex.
Yeah.
They just see them as a sexual object. They only see them as a fetish.
Okay.
And sometimes it's difficult to convince anyone of something that they have a preconceived notion about. And if you have, if 10, 20, 30 experiences tell you otherwise, it's difficult to believe the 31st experience or the 32nd experience.
Of course. But I think, people that come to Thailand also look at the Ladyboys as a fetish. Not all of them, but some of them. Like I've seen guys go to bars, pay the Ladyboy the bar fine, pay her the money, go to the room, and right after they finish, fucking, they just ran out of the bar.
Yeah, that is, like I said, it's a huge stigma in the community. It does, obviously, there's a benefit to the trans community in Thailand for that, because it is, there's hopefully a financial incentive that works for them.
Okay.
But I'm sure there would be, I'm sure they would appreciate the other side of the coin, where more men were actually interested in forming relationships, forming actual bonds and connections that weren't just a financial, transactional, sexual connection.
I agree and disagree with you, and let me tell you why. Because most of the guys that meet Ladyboys meet them at the sex industries areas here in Thailand. And already, if they want to get into a relationship with a Ladyboy, the Ladyboy will ask some, help me financially, right? You don't want me to walk in the bar? No problem. Give me X amount of money. You want me to go back home? Give me X amount of money.
That is not only for Ladyboy, it's like ladies
also.
also.
I would say that's more of a culture thing than anything.
Right.
No, but I don't know many guys that met Ladyboys here in a normal setup. When I say normal, I mean just, but you are one of the few, right?
Yeah. I think it also is where you're meeting them. Yeah. If you're going to like bars where they're half naked, then the assumption is that's what you're looking for. You can't be meeting trans women on Grindr or on Tinder or on at a random hookup bar and expect to be like, hey, let's go on a real date and let's have an actual romantic connection. There are real dating apps to meet people. There are real places out in the wild to meet them. Like dating, I'm part of a.
It sounds like a Pokemon.
Yeah, well, there's an LGBTQ group in Bangkok that I'm a part of. That I've met trans women through there who have real jobs, quote unquote real jobs that look for actual connections and relationships. Obviously it's not like just turning a light switch on and there you find a bunch of normal guys who want a normal relationship. It's still, you're going to deal with the should have asked, you can curse on here, right? Yeah. You're still going to meet the whole asshole guy who will tell them that, hey, I want to do this and this and this. And then you have sex a couple times, and then okay, let me slowly walk away.
It's like a active situation on like what has happened on the first time they meet. It's like active situation and conversation after that. Yeah. Right. Everything is.
Yeah, it is. But as you said, like most of those have experienced the sex mongers that come here, right? Yeah. And I think even the girls that work normal jobs, most of the people that they meet that are interested in them probably are. Yeah. I mean,
realistically, the percentage of men who are coming here to have sex with trans versus the men who are looking to have real relationships with trans is 10 to 1. or even higher.
It's even lower. It's even lower than that.
Well, higher, because 20 sex guys versus one relationship guy. So finding that trans woman who actually believes that you want that relationship, versus the ones who are just use you for what they can get from you. Which more power to them. If the guy's going to use them for the sex, they should use the man for the stuff. They're
financial benefit.
As long as, even if you're not being honest about it, people lie about the crap all the time, no matter what country you're in.
But you said that you have met like trans women in Thailand in normal situations, right?
Yeah,
And
I
you
dated
dated
one.
women.
I dated one in 2019 for about 5 months.
How was that?
It was great. I met her at a school actually. She was a teacher.
Okay.
She was. It was about. It was actually the first job I had in Thailand. It was about 45 minutes the other way of Rayong.
So,
Yeah, if you
Sriracha?
around that area, yeah.
Around that.
So I was in a very small area in school, and it was like 10 minutes from the beach, so I was like, perfect. And there was a small school over there. I met her. Her name was Jane, and we dated for about 5 months while I was teaching there.
And how was that? Like,
Yeah, it was great. We had a great connection. We were able to go out, have fun. Came to Pattaya a couple times. Went to Koh Samet. Yeah, it was really fun for the 5 months we were together.
and there was no like, well, the financial part of it involved.
No, we never.
Have you supported her in any way, or was just a regular?
No, I mean for the most part, she did stay with me because my place was bigger than hers. Because I'm an American teacher in Thailand, so I get paid more than a Thai teacher.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, but well, fortunately for me, unfortunately for them.
Yeah.
But
I think it's double, right? You get double.
oh yeah, I can sometimes get triple depending on the school. Just because of my experience and everything. So I can demand a little bit more.
Okay.
Also depending on their experience as well.
Yeah.
I would say I'm probably equivalent to a teacher who's been there 15, 20 years. A Thai teacher who's been there 15, 20 years.
Okay.
So between 10 and 20, yeah. So the salaries can be quite an astronomical difference.
Okay.
But yeah, so she stayed with me, and I would pay a lot of stuff just because,
You wanted to be a gentleman.
yeah, be a gentleman. We're going out, having fun. I make more. But no, there was never any hey, can I get 5,000 for my mom's mysterious procedure or something that you hear from a lot of people, or there was a tornado that ripped through our ancestral home, and can you give me 10 to pay?
Have you seen the thing on social media that some Thai lady here rented a place and made it look like a hospital, and then people would pay her money in order to send pictures to their boyfriend that you saw that?
I haven't seen it, but I know it's a scam going around the world. Yeah.
Yeah, but she rented it. A picture would cost about 1,000 baht or something like that, and then they would just send it to their boyfriends that currently are not in Thailand. Oh, I'm in the hospital. I got hit by a truck or whatever. Send me money.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was here in Pattaya.
I never heard that. Sorry, I'm not a person who follow the news, but yeah, it's just is this how they did?
She rented a store, right?
Yeah.
And she made the store look like a hospital room. And had a hospital bed and the hospital, fake hospital equipment. And
The gowns.
And the girls would just lay there on the bed, looking sick.
Take off the makeup.
Yeah. Make story.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then they would just send those pictures to the boyfriend. The boyfriend would call. There would be someone dressed as a doctor, blah, blah, blah. And they would get the money.
It's so weird.
It's not weird. It's genius.
No, I mean, it's a great business plan for the Thai woman. The problem is there are men who will fall for that. And,
many men.
to be honest, I do not have sympathy for them. If you're going to send money to someone you've never met, that's on you.
No. It's their boyfriends, right? But right now, they are not here. They went back.
What is your definition of meeting someone?
It's like they meet
It doesn't matter my definition, it's matter the guy's definition, right? So he came to Thailand, for example, stayed here for 2 months, stayed the whole time he was here with one girl, back home, texting each other, talking with each other.
Yeah.
I would probably guess that the more common woman to guy scam is not that they've been together for 2 months, that they've maybe had a week together or less.
Okay.
I highly doubt that. I would imagine that there are some, but I would push back on the fact that these women have been with the guys for 2+ months, and now they're trying to scam them. Because most of the guys I know who do that, they don't have to go that route to get money. They just send them the money.
Okay.
Like I know a few guys who do that, who come for a few months, have their girlfriend, go back, and then they just send them $5,000-$10,000 a month or something. Okay. Because I mean, heck, if you're living in America, it's only $200-$300 a month.
Yeah.
So it's not that big of an issue.
Okay.
So I would imagine that most of those scams are for people who were together maybe a week or less.
I just gave a random example, right?
Yeah.
But those scams, like, I'll give you my cousin, what happened to him. Okay, so my cousin, came to Pattaya. I think it was like 2014 or 15, and immediately he fell in love with a girl. She was named Lek. I never met her, but he was talking so much about her, so I remember her name, Lek, right? And after he went back to his home, I think 1 month later, she sent him a pregnancy test and said, listen, I'm pregnant, blah, 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 you have to take care of your baby. He was smart enough to say, okay, no problem. I'm coming back next week to Thailand, we are doing a pregnancy test. If it's my baby, I will take care. If not, you pay me for the ticket and the rest of the money. Immediately she disappeared.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, there are stories like that running the gamut as long as there's been the ability to communicate with people over long distances. I would imagine back when there was the telegraph system, it would be like, you know, I am pregnant, stop.
Yeah.
Send money, stop.
Yeah, like completely like that.
Stop calling me, stop.
Sorry.
Have you scammed anyone before?
Never.
Really?
I never did that.
Oh,
I can say,
her eyes say yes.
I'm be here, and when I can say when I'm talking to someone, I don't need to ask money from a guy.
Yeah, but when he go home and sometimes you need some money.
When he go home, probably, in my opinion, yeah. Okay, I work in a bar, then they come here, they come for holiday, right? So they spend all money in holiday.
Of course.
And they back to home is mean like they work, they earn.
Of course.
So what I can do, so I have to earn my money also. That's why it's like, if they back home, I did not ask them money. And depends on like, they would like to give me.
You want to give fucked up ratio? Here the fucked up ratio. One in how many girls in Pattaya? Mm-hmm. So she's the only one that never scammed anyone.
Yeah.
Well, she said if they want to give her money, what is the conversation where it goes? They want to just send you randomly.
Yeah, I'm not out for something like something like that. Like the way
you not make a story.
Yeah, I'm not make story to ask money from people. If I
hey, buddy, give me 5,000.
Yeah, I'm not do that.
It's right below the line, you know. They're like, oh man, I'm struggling in Thailand, you know.
No customers.
No one's in Pattaya. It's very hard to eat. Let me call my mom. It's like, no, don't call your mom. Let me send you money.
Yeah, this would be like. Yeah, this is how I can say I'm not doing that to ask money. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just explaining what is going on, but I do not like. Can you help me? This is how people like to say, but yeah. I'm not saying that after say my story. But right, it's just like, and have guys.
That's
like
money.
Yeah, like would like to send me money. Like, you want me to help you, and after that I can say like no.
Have you said no before?
I can say no.
You said no before?
I said no.
Okay.
Maybe.
Have you always said no?
Yeah.
No.
Depends on.
Come on, be honest.
Depends
That's
on.
like those guys who say they don't pay for sex, and then they end up giving like 1,000 baht for a 50 baht taxi ride.
Yeah.
It's like,
for me,
you're like, oh yeah, you didn't pay for sex, you just paid for their ride home. It's like, like why are we're splitting hairs here?
I gotta say, like, for me, it's just like, if doesn't know that guy really well. I mean, like, not spend for long. It's like I'm not. If they ask me to help me, I say no. You know, only I know them really well, like really close, like stay with them or know them for over years.
Okay.
Like we know each other and we touch each other, so doesn't have the problem about like. Why you ask me money? Why you do this, do that? Why you're...
Because there is already connection.
Yeah,
right?
already connection with like over a year. We know each other for long, then try each other.
I guess, okay, I'm not sure. But I think most of the guys that stayed with you more than one time when they came to Pattaya, I would say, every week 2 or 3 times they want to stay with you. When they go home, they will still text you, right?
Right. But doesn't mean like if they back home, I would like to ask them money after that. Because
but you don't mind if they offer.
If they offer,
Let's check the Instagram history.
If they offer, if they offer,
Search. Can you help?
So it's like only I know them. That's it. But if I just see them like for few times, like 1 week, I'm not really let them help me because you know, like I don't want to be the lady they are thought.
Okay.
You know, they always think. I know, like everyone hear about lady ask money, lady boy ask money. So I don't want to be like that. I don't want to ask many guys I know for money, but if they give me, okay, thank you, but only from who I really know, okay?
She has her sob story ready to go.
Yeah, like that. But probably if I can say, I say no because I want to work and earn money by my own.
Be honest, have you been scammed before, Greg?
Oh yeah.
Oh really?
We can. The ex that I was just dating. We had known each other for over a year. We had dated.
She's a Thai lady?
Yeah.
Okay.
We had dated for a couple months. Just like I would come. I was in Bangkok. She was here in Pattaya, so I would come. But we would just go on dates. But felt a connection. We were talking and everything. And then I got denied a visa at the border a few months ago. So I decided to go home for the holidays. And we started talking even more. We had stopped talking for a few months, but then after that, we started talking again. We were communicating, talking, and we were like, okay, I'm going to come back. And, hey, let's give it, now that I'm going to be doing the digital nomad, let's give it the old college try. And let's see if it'll, if there's something real, not just like a short time thing, but like let's give it let's live together, try something.
Oh, actually live together.
Yeah, I was staying with her for the last month and a half that I was here.
Okay.
Moved in with her right before Songkran.
Okay.
And I'd send her money over the time.
Is she a GG or a Ladyboy?
No, she's a cisgender woman.
Okay.
Born woman. So we were dating for the last month and a half, I guess for the last 4 months, whatever. And it was more like it was fine, but she kept doing the insisting without insisting, like that him used to, likes to do, like her whole not asking but asking. I'm looking at and she'd always bring up like doing this, and I'm like, yes, but that. Coming back in Philippines and Songkran, I spent a little bit too much money, so we had to wait till I got paid again and everything was going to be set. But she was like, "Oh, we're not doing enough. We're not spending enough. We're not, all that."
Okay.
And I was like, "All right." My thing in last has always been, have you ever seen It's a Wonderful Life?
I'm sure I have.
Yeah, it's an old Christmas movie about this guy who he decides to kill himself, and this angel shows him what the world would be like without him.
Okay, so I haven't seen it. Okay.
Black and white movie from the 40s, I believe. One of the biggest Christmas movies ever. It's fun, really great movie. There's a woman that he likes, and his whole thing is like, "Oh, do you want the moon? Let me. I'll get a lasso and a rope, and I'll lasso you the moon." So my thing has always been, people always want the moon, but they don't want to wait for the lasso to be built.
Okay, I get that.
Yeah. So so I left about a week ago, and that's why I'm now over in Jomtien.
Oh, okay.
So you guys like after that you see each other or?
No, I haven't seen her since I left.
Huh? Sorry.
I left her place Monday, and I went to my.
We lived together, and then he just went to Jomtien.
Yeah, I got an Airbnb in Jomtien.
All right.
But you said before, I'm not changing the subject, but I just want to make sure. You said before you are more into trans women, right?
But 50-50.
So women, trans
I'm all about I'm about the connection.
Okay.
If I connect with a trans woman, I'll pursue her. If I connect with a cisgender woman, I'll pursue her. I could go to a trans ladyboy bar and have fun with them, and then go to a club and have fun with a few cisgender women at the club, and get there and go away with 4 or 5 different numbers of trans or cisgender women, and then talk with them and see what happens. But no, for me, it's all about the connection and the what happens after.
Okay.
So there's no the only specifics I put on a relationship, especially now, is more along the dominant submissive thing that I'm interested in. So that's the only
submissive one.
Yeah. So whether I'm dating a cisgender woman or a trans woman, they have to at least be in the dominant realm.
Okay.
All right.
So, if you are the submissive, I guess you are a bottom, right?
Yeah.
So, when you're with a cis woman, well, I fucking hate to say cis woman, I'm sorry to all the war guys, fuck it. When you're with a girl, right? She have a pussy.
Right.
Yeah.
But you are using a strap-on?
Yeah, I have my own strap-on.
Okay. And you fuck her sometimes also, I guess.
Yeah, I still have a dick that works. Yeah.
I know it's a weird question. I just try to understand because I never been in that position, so I really don't know what's going on there.
Like with my ex that I just left, that was purely a vanilla relationship.
Okay.
There was no domination submission thing at all. It was a purely vanilla. I was the quote unquote normal man role. She was the quote unquote normal feminine role. She knew vaguely about my domination submission interest, but we didn't really get into it. So we never went into that area. So it depends on the woman's
And you can still be in a relationship like without that?
Yeah, but I'm actively pursuing the domination submission relationship.
Okay.
It's commonly called FLR, female-led relationship.
Okay.
That's the type. Like if you see my profile on any dating app, you'll see it has that somewhere in the profile. That's what I'm looking for.
Have you tried the BDSM clubs here in Pattaya?
Yeah, I'm a part of a group in Bangkok.
No, I mean here in Pattaya, like the
Yeah,
castle.
I've been to Castle. That was back in. I hadn't been since
Do
2019.
you know the castle? Have you heard about it?
What?
The castle.
The castle?
So it's a club in 3rd Road, just in front of the hospital. Right?
Yeah, it's usually it's very hard to see because they don't have any lights.
Yeah.
They keep it very
And
dark.
you have to pay, I think, 1,000 to get inside, just to get inside.
I don't know what it costs now. The last time I went was 2019. I don't know what it costs now.
I spoke with someone, with one of my other friends. He said it's 1,000 just to get inside. And then there are women and trans women over there, and I guess some men also.
Yeah.
That you have to set a price with them, and then they will do whatever you want in the BDSM area.
I can say I doesn't know about it.
Do you know what BDSM means?
I can say I'm here about it, but I doesn't know where is it.
I think we have the perfect guest to explain that.
Yeah, because for me it's just like I can say I have experience with threesome and
Same.
Just me and with me, ladyboy, and with a guy. Like
So 2 ladyboys and guys.
2 ladyboy with a guy, and me, lady with a guy. But I'm ladyboy and lady with me. Not we are.
You're not fucking together.
No.
But
Just,
both of you fucking the man.
yeah, with the man. So it's for me. It's just like I prefer to have like with a man.
Okay.
You know, and I doesn't know how about like people who have sex around.
So BDSM is not only about sex.
Not about sex. Yeah.
No, it can be about sex,
It
but it's
can
not
be.
only.
Not
And I
only.
think
Specifically, it stands for bondage, discipline, domination, submission. And there's all levels, but if you think of like the way I explain it to a lot of people in Asia as people who don't know about it is it's a real 50 Shades of Grey.
have you seen the movie 50 Shades of Grey?
So it's all about being like restrained. It's all about being whipped, spanked, choked, latex.
It's not only about the pain, by the way. It's mostly about, as you said, feeling that you are powerless.
Right. It's a power play of control. There's different abuse. There's mental, physical. I'm much more on the mental, verbal side than the physical, but I do like the physical as well.
Okay.
It's really all about letting the other person take control and giving them that power to do whatever they want within the guidelines of what you have talked about before. A lot of people think you just give it up and they can do whatever they want. That's not what it is. There is clearly defined parameters in any real BDSM relationship. If for those listening, if they try to act like there's no rules, do not go with them. They're not a real proponent of.
Sounds like you're talking from experience.
Well, so it's a big thing in my community. Like I said, I'm part of a Bangkok community. I'm not going to shout them out because I don't know if they want to be shouted out. But there's a specific group that we're a part of, and it's a big thing talking about consent.
Okay.
The point is you're being consensual with everything you do. And there will be people that you will meet who will try to act like that because they have control that you don't get consent, which is not how it works.
But I want to ask you, because I've never been involved in that scene. So let's say I'm going to have a session with the person, right? So before that, we set the rules. Like I want to be this part, and I don't want you to do this to me. Or it's much more than
so you'll have what's called hard nose, soft nose. Hard nose is like we don't even talk about it, touch it, don't even get near it.
Okay.
Like for instance, me is branding. Because
what is branding?
branding, like you get branded like a cow that's branded. Like cattle, yeah. So branding is a big one. Tattoos, Jewish and everything. So that's a big thing for me. Is no branding. Soft stuff is like being whipped. Because my soft is like 1 to 10 threshold. It's probably like a 6 or 7. But depending on where we're at, you can go over. But then there's safe words. So for instance, my safe words are green, yellow, red.
Okay.
Green, good to go. Red, stop automatically. Yellow, slow down or do something a little bit different.
Okay.
So that's all discussed prior to doing anything.
So is this like is this thing? Is this like okay? I know it's in Thailand, yeah, right?
Oh yeah.
So others, how about other country? About like half other.
You want to compare like the scene in Thailand to let's say the US?
No. I mean like how many like it had the clubs like this, right? So is it some?
It's not only clubs. It's
like
it's a community.
Community, yeah. It's have community in Thailand also, right? But like have somewhere also.
Yeah.
Some country.
Yep. Like you can find it probably in most major cities. You'll find at least one club. Shanghai has a club.
BDSM community.
Yeah, there might be. I don't know if there's a club, but I haven't been. But yeah.
By the way.
Nice. Shanghai has a club. Manila has a club. Pretty sure there's one in Ho Chi Minh, and one in Bali. Now the actual intensity of the club varies.
Very strong community.
Yeah, and the sizes, but a lot of it will just be based around the community. And there's a big website. If anyone's interested, you can go to FetLife, FETLIFE, FetLife.com. It's a big fetish community that there's group communities you can join, groups you can join, questions answered people. And there'll pretty much be a community in every major country that you can meet with people called munches, where they'll have, like, for instance, there's a monthly munch in Thailand. So if you go on FetLife, you'll see the Thailand group. If you're interested, you can join the group. And it's just a gathering of the people who talk about their interests.
The munches, they gather?
The munches is a gathering, basically.
Okay.
It's like a month. For instance, the Thailand group does a monthly gathering.
Okay.
So it's a great way to connect with people in the scene, talk about your interest without any type of impunity or about insulting or anything.
Okay.
Like, a lot of people aren't as out as me. Like, my family and friends know all about my trans interest. They know an extent of my submission interest. But, it's not like I'm not going to talk to my dad about a session I just had with a dominatrix.
I think you would speak with your friends about it, not because you're shy about it. I think it's very personal also.
Yeah.
It's just not a conversation that, I'm not going to talk about much sex with my friends because there's really no reason to, I'm not going to, especially with the ones who are married. It's like, like they're talking about their sex life. It's like, well, I know who the girl is. So, I've been in the wedding parties for almost all of them. So yeah, you don't, like your close friends that you have that really, most of my friends I've known for 10 plus years at this point. They know about my interests, but I don't have full on sex talks with them I do with the community in Thailand or the community in Atlanta.
Yeah, it's like you don't have to explain what you into or what is your favorite thing to do. You don't have to explain to everyone.
Not everyone, but I think he said something right before that. Right now, after he's been into a vanilla relationship, I think the next time you will meet a person that you might be interested in going to a relationship, you'll be much more clear about that.
Yeah.
And you will actually look for someone that is kind of into it.
Yeah, that is the idea, and I try to put it out there to begin with. But again, it requires the right person, especially in Asia, where it's not as widespread as it is in other Western.
Foreigners here.
Yeah,
and you're not only interested in Asian people, right?
Yeah, but even the community for dominant women, submissive men is small in general.
Really?
Oh yeah.
I thought it was much more.
No, well, there is in the financial sexual sphere. The actual women who want a real relationship in that sphere is a lot smaller than the women who want a submissive relationship with dominant men.
Yeah.
Just because of society and history and everything. So for instance, I've known a lot of dominatrixes who they've been doing the job for years, but they're not interested in the actual romantic relationship part of it.
Okay.
They want a more romantic relationship, and then they still do their vanilla.
It's a job for them.
Yeah, and if they are in a relationship, they just don't do the sex part. Most of them don't do the sex part anyway, unless it's the most they do is pegging.
Okay.
But
do you know what pegging is?
Pegging? Is it pegging?
Strap on.
Strap.
That a lady will wear a strap on.
Yeah.
And then she will fuck the man.
Okay, I understand.
You don't need a strap on, but I mean for a lady.
I know that.
That's one reason I like trans. I started when I was hit puberty. I started watching porn. Femdom porn was the most appealing to me.
Okay.
And then I got into pegging. And then once I got into pegging, I was like, oh, well, if the woman looks amazing and has a real dick, then they can actually feel it more than the dildo. And I was like, that's a logical move over. Okay. So that kind of started my trans interest.
And you've been with men also, right?
Yeah, in 2 or 3. Men are not my general sexual interest because I'm very specific in my male attraction. Okay. You have to be very twinkish or very feminine type man. Okay. and then you have to be also dominant top, which most twinks and femmen are not. So I've only been with I think I'm only 2 at the moment. I think maybe a third, but it's mostly been 2, and they were like once or twice. They weren't like
but
anything.
It's also here, especially in Pattaya, it's a thin line between a femboy and we spoke about it. A femboy and a ladyboy. It's a very thin line.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, for me, it's I know whether or not I'm attracted to you within the first 5 seconds.
Okay.
If I'm not attracted to you immediately, I'm never going to become attracted to you.
It's funny that you said that because you said you're all about the connection. Mm-hmm. Connection take longer than 5 seconds.
No, immediate connection.
Immediate.
You mean?
All my connections are immediate.
Okay.
Yeah, but then so
it's based more on the looks.
So I have there's two thresholds.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
There's the immediate threshold where if I see you and the first whatever seconds of us meeting, I'm interested in you or not. There's never been a trans woman or man where I didn't immediately find them attractive, wanting to talk to them, who I wanted to talk to, attract to later on.
Okay.
It's never happened in my 37 years of living.
Okay.
Where if I didn't know immediately, nothing's going to happen.
Okay.
Then there's a second threshold where that connection actually comes after that, where now that we're talking, dancing, connecting, that's where the rest of the intimacy comes from.
Okay.
It's like you see someone and you feel like attracted with like how like type of
But you mean physical connection?
It can be, yeah.
Yeah.
Can be a physical connection. Could be just how they're moving, how they're looking, how they're acting. There could be any type of whatever they're doing within that moment that I just spark to, and then that's it. And then it's off to the races. And I'll usually go up and talk to that person because I'm not shy and I'm confident. So I'll be like, hey, I find you attractive. I want to talk to you more.
Which one the person have like body language or movement? You saw them and you like, oh God.
Think about it like that, okay? You go to a club.
Yeah.
And you see some guy that dance very well.
Yeah.
You say, oh, he dances well. I want to dance with him, right? That's what he mean immediate connection. That's part of it.
Yeah. And then like I said, could be how they look, could be how they move, could be I heard them having a conversation about something, and I was like, hey, that was I like the sound of your voice or whatever. But like I said, it's always that very quick, immediate thing. And if it doesn't, if it's not that immediate, it's never going to change.
And how do you find there is a bit of language barrier here in Thailand, right? It's not their native language, and compared to the Philippines, the Thai don't speak very well.
Yeah.
They don't understand most of the things that, like the terms that you normally use. You have to really explain them in order to them to understand. Have you find it difficult to get more real connections here in Thailand with the Thais?
Well, I usually just pull down my shorts and show them my ass, and then they get it. So.
Take it easy.
That's their style.
Take it easy then.
Learn from the master. It's going to depend on the person. Some of them are going to be able to hold a conversation. Some of them are not. But even if they're not able to hold a conversation, I dated a woman in China for about 8 months. Pretty much 90% of our relationship was through WeChat.
Okay. So in translation.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was actually funny. We
I don't have WeChat, so I don't know the features there. But
it's just a Chinese version of WhatsApp.
Yeah. Okay.
So we dated for about 8 months, and like I said, 90% of our conversation was through WeChat because she couldn't speak English. It was actually funny. I had a buddy who was learning Chinese, who went to school, and then he joined my teaching company.
Okay. A foreigner also, right?
Yeah, he was British.
Okay.
I hooked him up with her assistant, and then she would pay for all 4 of us to go on trips, and then we would use him as a translator for the conversation. He would just facilitate conversation because his Chinese was pretty good. It was probably 60 to 70% fluent in Chinese.
That's enough to hold conversation.
Yeah, so he would be facilitating the conversation, and her assistant was probably 30 to 40%. So I hooked him up with her, and then and my girlfriend, who just wanted to have a social group, she would just pay for everyone because she was rich. And so he would be translating like right up until me and her gave us the eyes. I was like, all right, now it's time for the bedroom stuff, and we don't need him.
Well, I found it that when I'm with my wife, and I really want to have some deep conversation, even my wife can speak decent English, okay? Let's say better than 80% of the Thais that you will meet. But when I want to have a real deep conversation or talk about something serious, I also turn to the translator, because sometimes I don't want to explain every term that I use if I really want to talk about something, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, and you also want to make sure that the points are getting across.
Yeah.
Because even if someone is pretty decent in speaking whatever language, there could always be a mistake, and that mistake could be catastrophic.
Yeah.
One word could mean something very different.
Right.
I'm pretty sure, like for instance, bomb in Polish is a cuss word.
Bomb?
Bomb, like
Bomb.
B-O-M.
Bomb.
I never heard this cuss word in Polish. Okay.
But obviously, if you say like most people, you think bomb, you think of a explosive device. Very interesting talking to a Polish woman. It's like,
Yeah, the bomb.
Bomb. The bomb. It's a bomb. It's like boom.
Yeah.
Just the dealing with translation issues is just a part of traveling, and
Yeah, but traveling is something, like, it's one thing, but getting into a serious relationship with a person without good communication, like, you miss 80% of the relationship, I think.
I mean, if you're putting, it depends on what you're putting the stock into. If you're putting stock into the emotional verbal connection, then yeah.
You don't go there normally in your relationships?
I do, but it's not what I'm putting. It's not what I'm putting emphasis on. Even if she is let's say she has 80-90% English. What I'm putting our emphasis on in our relationship is, what we're connecting on, what we're able to, can me and her go to the club and have a good couple hours? Can me and her stay at home and watch a movie and not talk and just cuddle and watch a movie? Can me and her go to a restaurant to have fun conversation about the old guy walking down the street who can't pull his shorts up? If there's a deep, intimate conversation that can follow that, cool. But as long as there's something to put the relationship on, that's what, in my opinion, that's what matters. It doesn't have to be. A lot of people, I think, put too much emphasis on having deep conversations with someone.
I do. This is why I'm kind of surprised, because for me it was always like that. Like it's very important to me when I have a connection even with the friends, right? Even when I met you, we had some deep conversations also, right? So I don't know. This is my style, so I'm very shocked sometimes to hear that some relationship never go this route,
And maybe it's my job. I'm speaking with for 20 plus hours of the week. I'm speaking with different levels of English fluency with people all over the world, and we can have conversations, but on my side, it's very superficial for the most part.
Yeah.
Because for me, I'm focused solely on improving their English. I'm focused on giving them feedback.
Yeah.
I'm focused on facilitating their English needs, which is usually professional. So I'm trying to help them get to where they want to be.
Yeah.
So maybe it comes just from that, with the fact that, like, I can have a general conversation with anyone, whether it's deep or not. For me, doesn't really matter.
Okay.
So I can say, like, I'm a person, like, if I'm talking in a deep conversation, I'm not really like translate to explain, because like when you're talking in a deep conversation, you use a lot with emotional to talk. It's very important. More than like if you're writing something with unemotional, it's just feeling like
It's
feeling like this is like doesn't feeling with this conversation. And so what is this like you mean? What does it mean? Is it mean good or bad?
So you would rather, for example, struggle a bit with the conversation, but still get the point without using translation, right?
Yeah, it's like for me, I'm Thai, but right, I can talk in a deep conversation, but I have before. It's like people try to talk with me in a deep conversation, but he doesn't care. Like I say to him, I can't speak English and I understand English. So just talk to me. Just say to me.
And if there is a word you don't understand, you would ask, what do you mean, right?
Yeah, but you know what that guy did to me? He just takes, writing on the translate and let the speak. Translate speak to Thai. And I feel like, what? I tell you already to speak to me, talk to me, but you use translate.
So you don't give you enough credit. You think you're already, she's so stupid, she will not understand what I mean.
Yeah, and it's feel like, well, use translate is not the good way to
makes it very superficial.
Yeah, not always be good way to talk in a deep conversation for me, really.
Yeah, it was part of the issue I think with my ex. Her English wasn't that good. She's probably 30-40%.
Okay.
But one of her issues was her favorite mode of expressing her disappointment or anger or whatever was a silent treatment, which to me doesn't work. I hate the fact that if you go into the silent treatment, I'm going to be really pissed off. Because I don't think it benefits any part of whatever we're trying to do.
You know the meme about it? There is a meme that one lady, you see the lady and she say, okay, I will not speak with him the whole day because he did to me X and Y. And you see the man is just having fun. Wow, the best day of my life. Like he's not even aware that she's not speaking to him. He just have his own quiet,
Yeah. I've seen some stuff like that, They're not in a relationship. But yeah, so that's the issue that's where the conversation for me needs to happen. Where I came home drunk at like 5 or 6 a.m. And she didn't express to me that she didn't like that. She just didn't talk to me for like the next 12 hours of the day. And I was like, I kept asking, hey, what's up? What are we doing for lunch? What's going on?
Nothing.
So
got no feedback.
Yeah, so that kind of pissed me off, and then that was the beginning of the end because I was like, I'm going to be drinking, and that's it. I'm not cheating. I'm not abusive, and I'm not yelling like that.
You know what's the question is like when guy asks any question of food, lunch, breakfast, or dinner, whatever. We are like when you ask Thai lady like to answer. When the guy asks lady like, would you like to eat? And lady would like to say whatever. You know what I mean?
But that's bullshit because most of Thai ladies don't even like foreigner food. Yeah. So I will take her to a pasta place or whatever, and she will say, "Oh no, I don't eat that."
And to be fair, I think that's a universal woman thing. They all like to say whatever, and then you make a pick, and then they're like, "That's not what I want."
But I mean, I know many foreigners that don't like to eat Thai food, okay, because it's too spicy or they don't like the ingredients.
I love spicy food.
I also. Right? I agree.
Me also, I don't like spicy food.
You don't like spicy food?
I don't like spicy food.
Do you prefer Thai food or foreign food?
If I prefer Thai food with non-chili.
Okay, but still, I'm sure if I would take you to a place that serves, I don't know, Lebanese cuisine, you would say, what the fuck am I eating? I don't want to eat that. That's not tasty for me. Not because the Lebanese cuisine is not good, just because you don't like it, right?
Yeah, and then why do you say whatever? Yeah.
There's an Iranian buffet, like parallel to Walking Street that I love, by the way.
Which one?
I don't know what it's called. I think it says Iranian buffet on the thing. I don't know what it's called, but
there is a really good restaurant that we've going there. I think 2 times a week at least. Me and my friend, that you know which one I'm talking about. It's called Ali One. It's near the VC Hotel. The best Arab restaurant you can find in Pattaya. And I tried most of them.
If you go on a Friday or weekend, let me know. I'll join you.
Okay.
I can't do Monday or Thursday, but I'll join you on the weekend.
I'm telling you, as a person that comes from a country that we have a lot of genuine Arab food, it's 100% authentic.
Let's do it.
Yeah, it's amazing.
I eat everything.
Yeah. It's called Ali One. It's on the second road on the corner of Soy VC. It's really good.
Nice.
Yeah. Before you said something that I wanted to ask, you say that last time they denied your visa, right? And you had to go back home.
Yeah.
What is your visa situation right now?
I am on a visa on arrival.
Okay.
So that gives me
regular tourist visa, which gave you 60 days.
60 days. I could extend it for 30, which I'll have to do in about 2.5 weeks.
It's very easy to do. You just go to Jomtien and 1,900 baht, and that's it. Yeah.
The problem was last year I had a job, and the problem was the work visa was taking too long.
Okay.
Well, my documents took too long back home, and then the work visa was taking too long. So I had to do one more visa run. So I went to Vietnam for the weekend, and I came back, and they denied me because they said that I had done too many visa runs.
And what would you do next time they will tell you no? Would you find another country to be in, or you would think about changing your visa?
Well, I mean, I doubt they would do it again. But my current plan is to be sticking with the digital nomading, where I'll just be following the visas. So
you're not necessarily staying in Thailand.
Well, my plan is I'll do the 90 days. I'll probably go somewhere for a month or two. And then I'll come back for another 90 days.
Okay.
And then, because one of my good buddies should be back sometime late in the year. So I don't want to get denied before he comes back.
Okay.
So I'll probably go. I'm thinking about going to Bali or Malaysia, or if I can figure out how to afford Korea, I might do Korea.
What about the Philippines?
I just came from the Philippines.
Okay.
I did a month in the Philippines over March.
You liked it?
Yeah, it was fun. I liked Manila was all right. I didn't like Cebu as much.
You're the only person that told me that. Normally people tell me stay away from Manila, go to Cebu.
Cebu is just boring.
Really?
There's very little nightlife. There's some, and I found actually at a hotel for that was right next to a club that I did pretty well at. Okay. But it's very little nightlife. And also I've never seen a city as big as Cebu that has as crappy as Wi-Fi.
Okay.
And considering
you rely
I rely on Wi-Fi. Yeah, I need good Wi-Fi because I'm doing all types of video conferencing throughout the day, so I need really good Wi-Fi.
Have you been to Angeles?
And I went to Angeles for a week.
Cheat? Was it cheat, as everyone say it is?
So it is very much like a very, very, very poor man's walking street, Pattaya.
Okay.
With random bars outside of the walking street.
Yeah.
But if you're going there expecting Pattaya, that's your own fault. I do my research and I talk to people and they're like, there are people who think they're going there and they're like, oh, it's Pattaya. It is not Pattaya. It is much smaller. It's a little bit more expensive. But like I said, I had fun. What I would do is I would just meet a couple guys. We'd go to a club, we'd buy a bottle, hang out, talk to girls. And then go to some other bars, talk to some trans women. And then, it depends on what you want out of it. Like our friend Michelle. Michelle did not like it at all.
He's been with you there?
No, he went with another friend.
Oh, okay.
So he said he didn't like it at all. They were supposed to spend a few days, but he only spent 1 or 2, and they went back to Manila because he didn't like it at all. But because it is very much a, like I said, it's a poor man, very, 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 very poor man's Pattaya. That can be rife with some shady areas.
Yeah, but you can find cities similar to Pattaya in Thailand, actually. right? You don't have to go outside of Thailand if you get sick of Pattaya.
Yeah.
You can go to other cities here and find similar.
Yeah. I recommend Wahin for people who want a quieter Pattaya without really the club life, but still a very fun place that's very cheap.
Fine.
Yeah.
I've never been there.
You should. Very good beaches. Not a lot of people. If you go as any guy under 50, you'll be like the belle of the ball.
Okay. So it's like a lot of competition, I guess.
It's like 90% guys over 50. But yeah, like it's a lot of fun. The beaches are great. Usually, literally, what you do is you go to the different not walking streets, but you go to different bar streets. Then you go to the 1 or 2 late night clubs that are open to 1 or 2, and then you just go drink on the beach.
Okay.
So you just find a girl, you take her to the beach, and you go drink on the beach till sunrise.
Sounds like fun.
It's great. I love Wahin. For those who haven't been, I would recommend Wahin.
Great.
Okay. Well, Greg, we came to the 1 hour mark, so that's it for this podcast.
Yeah.
I want to thank you for joining us.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
We might do another
Thank you so much.
podcast together sometimes.
People always want seconds.
Yeah. I want to thank our listeners. You can always message us through our email, which is mythaiwifepod@gmail.com, and you can send us actually direct messages through Spotify right now. It's a new feature over there. Kim, anything you want to say?
Yeah, thank you so much, listener. Thank you for listening.
Listeners, we have more than one.
We listeners. And thank you.
It's my grandma.
Thank you for guys.
Greg.
And say, for this time, this is like my fourth episode.
Yeah.
So, thank you so much for support us, and I'm still waiting for read feedback, any comments from you guys, and would like to you guys enjoy with this episode. Thank you so
And
much.
by the way, if someone wants to support us financially, go for it. Yeah, we will do all the scamming that needed to get your money. So you can find our links how you can pay us.
I knew they'd be asking for money eventually.
Yeah. How much do you pay us, Greg?
I mean, it depends on the bedrooms right there.
Greg, any closing words from you?
No, I appreciate you having me on. For those who love to travel, get out there. Just make sure that you do your research and don't act like assholes when you come here. It's becoming an epidemic.
This can really be a whole episode talking about that, because the things that went in the last month in Thailand, the things that foreigners do.
Be respectful. Act like you're not better than everyone, because everyone is dealing with their own stuff and has to live their own life. So be respectful and to everyone, locals and foreigners, international, whoever you go, wherever you are.
Yeah, just love each other.
Yeah.
Love each other.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
See you next time.
See you next time. Bye bye.